Bonjour. We'll finish up the packet starting with exercice 13, les choix multiples, multiple choice. This was actually supposed to go in the other practice. This is practice with the past tense, but that's all right. We can still do it. So this is reviewing past tense of locomotive verbs. Those are verbs where you're moving yourself. I went, I arrived, I left, like sortir, partir, aller, arriver. To die and to be born, mourir and naître, are also part of those. But anyways, number one, you see mon joueur préféré, my favorite player. And we want to say fell during the match. D'accord? Well, we don't need to know what we're saying necessarily in order to answer this because it's all grammatical. So we know it's not going to be est tombé because that's vous. I see already. And we know it's not going to be est tombé. And I would do these by process of elimination. I also know it's not going to be plural with an S. D'accord? So C and D are out. Looking at A and B, I see est tombé because it's the third person. Like you could also say il here. That makes sense. D'accord? So fell during the match is going to be est tombé for a man or est tombé if it's a woman who fell. So the answer is A. Mon joueur préféré est tombé pendant le match. D'accord? Let's do it. Est tombé pendant le match. Voilà. Okay. Exercice 14. Also le passé composé avec être, so more practice with locomotive verbs. It says, say what the people did last weekend. Use a locomotive. They're also called intransitive verbs. That uses the auxiliary verb être. D'accord? So I've taught you the verbs aller, arriver, partir, sortir, naître, mourir. Let's see, what else have we done? Venir. Je suis allé passer. Maybe passer. You can also use devenir now because that's the same as venir. So now that's been added to the list. Rester is the other one. D'accord? So you can use any of those 10 now because I added devenir. So if you're speaking about yourself, you could say, moi je, let's see, what did I do? Je suis allé au travail. I went to work. D'accord? Or you could say, je suis resté à la Je suis resté à la maison. And remember, if you're a female, you need to add an E. D'accord? So, yeah, mes parents is a second one. Sont. Now, you might be like, well, my parents, they watched TV. Okay, but use one of those 10 verbs below. So choose something else to say is my advice for that. Because if you start trying to be like, okay, so I have to use sont, and then I'm going to use regarder because they watch TV. That means suddenly my parents are watched. D'accord? So careful. Don't do that. Your parents aren't watched. I mean, mes parents ont regardé is a good sentence. However, I'm asking that you say, okay, mes parents sont arrivés à Paris. My parents arrived in Paris. Is it true? No. Is it grammatical? Yes. So use these 10 verbs just to practice past tense. Okay. Next, we've got more practice with E now. So we're going to replace the expression that's underlined with the pronoun E. Pour exprimer le ver, to express there or, at that place. So I've got the sentence, nous mangeons ici. We're eating here. So ici is a great word for here, but we can also use E, remember, and it means the same thing. So nous, thing you have to know about E is the word order. So it goes before, d'accord? Nous y mangeons. Nous y mangeons, d'accord? Number 2 we'll do together as well. I see il faut chanter. One thing I like to do is, all right, I know I'm replacing, so sometimes I used to like to leave space. Il faut chanter. D'accord? And where does the E go? Does it go in front of the conjugated verb or in front of the infinitive verb? Well, those are the rules you have to remember. If there's an infinitive, it goes in front of the infinitive instead of the conjugated verb. Il faut y chanter. We've got to sing there. D'accord? Okay, exercice 16, taking it to another level of understanding. So it's les questions, réponse aux questions suivantes, respond to the following questions. Utilise le pronom I dans tes réponses. Use the pronoun I in your responses. So it says, est-ce que tu aimes, for number 1, est-ce que tu aimes aller au café avec tes amis? Do you like to go to the cafe with your friends? You're going to say, yeah, I like to go there with my friends. So you have to be thoughtful, s'il vous plaît, about which elements of the sentence you're using. So, we're definitely not saying to M. You're responding with j'aime. So I like to go. J'aime aller. Okay. But I want to say there. So where do I put the E? Do I put it in front of j'aime? No, it's not going to go in front of j'aime. Does it go in front of M or aller? Okay. That's an infinitive, so I like to go there. J'aime y aller. I like there to go. I like to go there. This is what your brain should be doing. D'accord? Talking through these things, and you should have that inner running script helping guide you. D'accord? So I like to go there with, not with your friends, with my friends. I like mes amis. D'accord? So the only reason that it's really higher level is because you're switching the tu to je to answer questions. D'accord? But otherwise, use your knowledge of E. If you, yeah, no, I think you'll be good. D'accord? So the next one is, do you go to your friends often, from time to time, or rarely? Okay, only one verb in that sentence. I'll just give you a hint. Okay. And you'll be replacing chez tes amis. Third one, I'll give you a hint. It's the past tense for one. Okay, so you have a verb and a past participle. Remember, do not give that PP baby anything. And you're replacing the word au cinéma, the words au cinéma, or you're referencing, I should say, not replacing, you're referencing au cinéma with E to the movies at that place. Number 4, tu aimes manger dans ta chambre? Do you like to eat in your room? This one has 2 verbs, one conjugated, one infinitive. And then 5, est-ce que tu fais tes devoirs à la permanence? Do you do your homework in study hall? So you're replacing in study hall, à la permanence. And you've got one verb. Okay, it's a simple sentence. Oh, the one before you're replacing dans ta chambre. I don't know if I said that. Okay, that is it, and you'll be done with the packet. Donc, bravo.